And the lie detector says that was a mother. It's not about.
Hello, loungies. Today we are getting into more messy TEA. I have my #1FakeHater badge of honor on. Let's go.
Okay, y'all. So in this segment, we're going to be talking about Chrisean and Chrisean Jr. There has been information coming out. There's some information that is going to be presented that already was talked about, but there is going to be some more confirmations if it's coming from family members and things that they witnessed. This is a person that's coming out basically saying that they spoke to an anonymous person that's in and out of Chrisean's life, somebody that one of the sisters and all type of stuff. So it's gonna get real crazy when I tell you this information that's gonna be put out. Now, we all think, okay, that something is going on with Junior, right? We have eyes, we have ears. These things we have been noticing since he been in her goddamn stomach. And this is the reason why we speak how we speak, and we don't let off of her, because people in real life that don't even have platforms or whatever are out here neglecting, torturing, unaliving, doing all these things to these kids. And I don't like people like that. So here we are with a person that is showing us plenty of things on this internet, and she's just still living day by day, doing more things that we don't probably even know behind the scenes. But these are the things that are being said that are happening behind the scenes, that is happening according to this source. Okay? So shout out to Sean Davy Way. He had this person on his live, and this is the person that we're going to be listening to with the information that was told to her in a DM by close people to Chrisean. I'm going to let y'all know this right now. This is the reason why I say Chrisean is a demon spawn. She's using God and his name and everything that he stands for, and she's forcing this agenda because she knows deep down inside she's evil. She knows to play in who face and who not to play in their faces. You get what I'm saying? The ones that's gullible, naive, dumbfounded just like her, that's the audience she's gravitating to. And y'all are helping her. Y'all are helping her. Not the haters. Because clearly I'm a hate page, so whatever. I'm going to wear that hater badge with honor. If that's what's going to make you sleep at night. I wear that. But I said what I said, and I feel how I feel about this demon spawn. And I said what I said. I don't have to like her. Y'all can like her if y'all want to. I don't like her because it's always something been crazy.
I am also going to read the messages. I have spoken with one of her sisters, which she blocked me after she gave me all the information that she gave me. And then I spoke with someone else who wanted to remain anonymous because they are still in and out of Chrisean's life. So I'm going to start with birth. Ronnie did lie about being there for the birth. He was not there for the birth. However, Chrisean did allow Ronnie to see Junior, and the very first time he saw him in person, Ronnie knew that Junior was his son. Chrisean never opposed to it. She never denied it until Ronnie started to talk too much, make too much social media noise, and started to get the public's attention because it messes up her bag if Junior doesn't belong to Blueface.
I mean, people have been saying that. Chrisean, in my opinion, was really thirsty to have Blueface's baby. She thought that was going to keep the man. The man didn't stay. She's by herself. She can't handle it. She didn't even want Junior when she was pregnant. We seen that. Blueface admitted to telling her to get rid of the baby, so he didn't want the baby. Now we have Junior, who is seeming to be disabled or have some type of condition or something, and he have shit for parents. There's an alleged deceased father, Ronnie Doe, and the father's to be continued at this point. But we heard this before. We definitely heard this before. Chrisean wanted to link Blueface with her forever, and what would that be? A child, unfortunately.
Carlissa has also come out. She talks in parables. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but she said that they're under NDA. That's why they can't say that Junior isn't his anymore like he did prior to going to jail. He would say it's scientifically proven that Junior wasn't his because Junior isn't his. Next thing I'm going to talk about is her sister saying that Chrisean hit Junior. She started hitting him when he was around 3 months old. The first time it happened, it was because while on live, he was crying in the comments started talking about how he found it. Not only did she abuse, she got upset and she took her anger out on Junior. Until this day, she still hits him. Not only did she abuse him, she abused Luella. She abused Luella as well. Chastity told me that Luella is afraid of Chrisean now.
Okay, so remember, there have been chitter chatter on this internet regarding Chrisean possibly abusing Junior. And that was based off of what people have been observing with their eyes. Junior always has some type of bruises or knots on his face. Okay, it was always on his face. Now, we know when toddlers are moving and doing what toddlers do, they hurt themselves. But because Junior is so non-mobile, his mobility is not there for him to be really hurting himself like that for real. But anything, it could be anything. But there are people coming out saying that she abused him and since he was 3 months old. Now, remember when she used to go live with Junior when he was a baby? Remember that time everybody was talking about his cry and how high-pitched it was and stuff like that? It was one time when she went on live, Junior was crying. You didn't see him because he was over to the side somewhere. When she went over there, his scream got louder as if she did something to him. And at that time, people was insinuating that she pinched him or she did something to him because it was a loud screech. Louder than what we was hearing him originally on the live. So, I mean, there have been chitter chatter. It's just that nobody's seen her hit him. So, that's the thing. Now, if people around Chrisean seen her hitting him or she admitted to hitting him or something like that, then that's a different story. You get what I'm saying? But that's what people are saying right now.
So, these people have been knowing these things and knowing that Chrisean beats this baby who is nonverbal, non-ambulatory, because she's upset with what the comments and things are saying. She takes it out on him, and then she calls them to get prayer and say, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't want to do this.
Anyway, I just want to ask y'all, do y'all drink this? Izzy, if I'm saying it correctly. I've been calling it Izzy, all right? Now, my favorite is the sparkling blackberry. Okay, that's my favorite. But anyways, is anything shocking to y'all that's coming out about Chrisean? The alleged things that's coming out about Chrisean? Because we don't know. We can't see these things. It's just from people what they observe, what they know, what they think. That's just what the internet's about. But from what we have seen about her, the things that are being told about her, I can see that happening. Very much so, I can see that happening. Hitting him, worried about what people were saying, acting like she don't care, but she be watching. Now, she's only getting mad and upset for the people like us that's speaking up about the shit that we see that we don't like or we don't agree with. Her fans is her besties because they love her going down this way. They love people doing this to kids and stuff like that. That's what they love. And she loved people that love evil shit like that. But us, the haters, child, we can't even say things that's coming from a parent's perspective because what? We're negative and stuff like that. No, a lot of the shit that we're saying is common sense. Common sense. Like, and I do believe that she get frustrated because she can't get frustrated when nobody's saying shit that they see or how they feel or giving her advice or whatever because, babe, you did this. You're the parent. You supposed to want to be a parent and do and protect for your son. So if anybody needs to be mad at anybody, Chrisean, you need to be mad at yourself. Babe, are you cool? You can't be doing all this evil shit in the world. Think that you supposed to just sit back sweet as people supposed to kiss your ass.
Now, let me go to what the person inboxed me, DM me. Let me find it. The person wrote me and said, "Hey, thanks for engaging with me in the comments. I've tried speaking with larger creators, but they don't respond. I'm so happy that someone cares so much for Baby Chrisean. I know a lot of information that are facts in all caps about him. I will tell you everything. Just block out my name. I don't like mess. Don't want to be in mess. I still would like to be involved in Junior's life while watching him get help." I responded, "Hi, I do care about Junior's well-being. May I ask what facts do you know about Junior?" This is when it gets crazy. This person said, "I know exactly what's wrong with Junior and why she's so embarrassed and protective about it. Junior has severe cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. This is why his voice is so high pitched."
All right, y'all. So if this is true, if Chrisean Jr. has cerebral palsy, okay, this is what is gonna apply to him if he has cerebral palsy, severe cerebral palsy, if I'm saying it correctly. A child with severe cerebral palsy has a neurological condition caused by early brain injury before birth, during birth, or shortly after. Severe usually means a child needs significant ongoing support in most areas of life, which we don't see with our eyes, okay? So, what severe cerebral palsy often looks like? Not every child is the same, but many have very limited movements or no independent mobility. Often uses a wheelchair or positioning devices, which we don't never see Junior with. Poor muscle control, stiffness, we see that a lot in Junior. Okay, floppy muscles or involuntary movements, we see that a lot too. Difficulty speaking or inability to speak. May use eye gazes, switches, or communication devices. Okay. Trouble swallowing or feeding. Sometimes needs feeding therapy or a feeding tube. Intellectual disability, not always, but common in severe cases. Seizures, epilepsy, vision or hearing impairments, breathing issues in some cases. Well, in Junior case, it might be that because we see him breathing, respiratory issues since way back when. Daily life and care needs. Okay, children with severe CP usually needs help with all daily activities, feeding, bathing, dressing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Regular care from specialists like a neurology, GI, or orthopedics. Adaptive equipment, wheelchairs, braces, communication aids. Strong caregiver involvement, often 24/7. That didn't I say that? I said Junior seems like he has to have 24/7 hour care. Like he has to have somebody paying attention to him and not seeming like unbothered, or no, she seems bothered all the time when she's around Junior, in my opinion. Important thing to note, cerebral palsy is not progressive. The brain injury does not get worse, but symptoms can change as the child grows, which is why care evolves over time. So he has to get these things. It's very important. It's crucial. Emotionally and socially, these children feel, connect, and bond deeply. Even if they can't talk or move much, they often express joy, discomfort, love, personality in their own ways. Families usually become fierce advocates. You would think that the family was supposed to be fierce advocates, child. I don't know about y'all, but everything that I just read, to me, in my unpopular opinion, it goes right directly aligned, right connected to Junior, in my opinion. A lot of the things that was mentioned is what we have been seeing every time we see Junior. I keep saying this, and it's not just because I don't like her. It's just the feeling I have when I see her with Junior is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. He always look miserable, and no matter if he seems like he's happy. Remember, we seen Junior happy and smiling and stuff without nobody even giving him a reason to. You get what I'm saying? So he in himself can be happy and stuff. You get what I'm saying? But every time, majority of the times that I see him, he looks miserable. Miserable, when I tell you miserable. She looks all happy and fake. It gives fake to me. I don't feel the genuine connection of a mother. I don't feel that. And I know somebody, oh, who are you to say that? I myself. And I'm letting y'all know how I feel. Just like y'all feel how y'all feel, I feel how I feel.
The internet likes to say that he has cry due check, but he doesn't. It's cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome.
So let's get into the fetal alcohol syndrome, okay? So alcohol exposure during pregnancy can impact the brain and nervous system, learning disabilities, poor memory, trouble with impulse control, and developmental delays. Okay? Are just a couple things. Also, growth, low birth weight, slow physical growth, smaller head size, facial features only in some cases, smooth area between the nose and upper lip, thin upper lip, smaller eye openings. Important. Not everyone with FSAD was visible facial features, okay? So diagnosis usually involves medical history, developmental evaluations, specialists, neurology, psychology, pediatrics, okay?
He has poor laryngeal, I guess that's how you pronounce it, control. And the reason he always seems congested, this broke my heart out. The reason he always seems congested is because the things he consumes go into his lungs instead of his stomach. This is why he can't eat something.
Okay, so if this is what she's talking about, the poor laryngeal function is not one single diagnosis. It's a descriptive medical phrase doctors and therapists use when the larynx, the voice box, isn't working as strongly or efficiently as it should. This can affect the airway protection, keeping the food and liquid out of the lungs, voice/cry quality, swallowing coordination, and breathing during feeding. Okay, so what can cause it? Poor laryngeal function can be associated with floppy airway, vocal cord weakness or paralysis, neurological or developmental immaturity, prematurity, reflux related irritation, muscle tone issues, hypotonia. Sometimes it's temporary, especially in infants. All right, well, Junior is a toddler. Common signs: coughing or choking during feeds, wet or gurgly voice/cry, noisy breathing, recurrent respiratory infections, feeding difficulties, and poor weight gain. And all of that would go worse if the parent ain't doing what they supposed to. Okay, so how is it diagnosed? Doctors don't guess. They use ENT exams, flexible, small camera, laryngoscopy, swallow studies, and speech/swallow therapy evaluations. Do y'all think that Chrisean is doing that for Junior so he can get the proper exams and stuff for a diagnosis?
This is also why he's struggling to gain weight. Junior weighs about 18 pounds. That is and was the part the doctor tried stressing to her. He was supposed to have been coming back to see a specialist and to get CAT scans, but she told the family he wouldn't see another doctor until God healed him because they don't have the last say so.
And guess what? I also can believe that. I can believe that. Because, like I said before, Chrisean is pushing the Lord to a point where it seems really forced. It doesn't seem genuine to me at all. It seems like she's just trying to push an agenda, a narrative out there for a positive light, to gravitate to the ones that's eating it up. But I can see that. I can definitely see that. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Chrisean, and I see a lot of people saying this online, it's like she's trying to pray his disabilities away, his conditions. She's not trying to put in the footwork She's leaving it to the Lord. That's basically what it's given. Or she's gonna use that as an excuse. You know, I left it in the Lord's hands, and you know, if this is what God it has planned for Junior, then you know that's just what he's. Chrisean is that. I'm telling you, Chrisean seems like that type of person. She's gonna blame God. Watch. She's gonna blame God, and then she's gonna not, you know, if anything happens. But we shall see.
The airway issue is the largest cause of death in children with cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. Do drugs and alcohol cause cerebral palsy? Yes and no. It's yes because alcohol is what causes his brain injuries, and no because there's a chance he could have had it either way, but drinking 100% is his. Also, his voice is high pitched due to his vocal cords not having the ability to completely close. And I wrote back.
Okay, so if this is what she's talking about, when a child's vocal cords can't completely close, doctors usually call this incomplete vocal cord closure. And there are a few specific medical reasons this can happen. So, the vocal cords, the vocal folds, are supposed to close tightly to protect the airway during swallowing, open for breathing, vibrate together for voice. If they don't fully meet, it leaves a gap, which can let air escape, weak or breathy voice, food or liquid enter the airway. Okay, aspiration risk. So, common medical causes: vocal cord paresis or paralysis. One or both cords don't move well. Can be congenital from birth or acquired, often linked to nerve immaturity or injury. So, laryngeal hypotonia, a low muscle tone in the larynx, seen with developmental immaturity or hypotonia. The milder types is structural gap behind the cords, often confused with cord closure issues. Neurological coordination issues, the cords move but don't time closure properly. I already had a feeling that he had multiple things going on, because every time we hear or see him, it just don't be looking right. It just don't be looking right. And you know, so maybe this is reasons why she keeps trying to hide Junior, because every time she pop him out, she know we gonna observe something new. The more she keep him on longer, the more we see. So girl, we already seen enough. People around you are seeing shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, at this point, what is the point? You that shitty of a person. You that evil that you can't take care of your child that you so desperately wanted with Blueface? If that's Blueface, baby, because they're already saying, you know, that's up and stuck in the air. Ronnie or Blueface? That's the question. It's always going to be different answers with that. So at this point, it's just like, what are we doing? Chrisean, ain't no way that you think that you gonna come on this internet, show yourself doing these things, and then feel some type of way when people call you out on it. Not everything that you do is cute. Not everything that you do is right. No, Chrisean, you're not a perfect person. None of us are. But at least we goddamn trying. At least we love our kids. At least we protect our kids. At least we put our kids first before anything else. It's time to start taking some notes, start jotting some shit down, because a lot of the shit that we're saying is common sense from a parent's perspective. We're not perfect parents, but god damn, can you start with trying to be one?
Like I said, oh no, this makes me so mad. Can he live a normal life if she gets him help, like walking, talking, eating, reading, and attending school and stuff? And she said, yes, but probably not as it would have been, because she's waited so late to get early intervention, which is so important. He may not be able to walk unassisted, but with time and dedication, he will definitely be able to do most things that people without disabilities do. And I said, oh, we have to help the poor kid. And I told her which sister I talked to, and she said some of the same things. I said, I talked to Chrisean's sister Chastity too, and she said some of the same things you have said. How do I know you are a trustworthy source, and how do I know that I could trust you? Do you mind if I post these? She said, well, she has the money to sue if she's rich, right? If I'm lying, she can do anything. You could post my identity if it comes out that I'm lying, but I'm not lying. The medical records that leaked are real too. You can.
Okay, so these were the records that was online, and it was saying, oh, it was cocaine in the system, no prenatal care, fetal alcohol syndrome, and then all these other things, specialists listing and stuff like that. If this is true, who the hell, what facility she went in that just let her just waltz right out of the goddamn place after having Junior, or even whatever she came back to do, whatever test? How did y'all even let this even happen? Child.
Post it, but keep me anonymous, please, because I don't want any issues. I just want to see baby Chrisean loved correctly. And then I was blocked. Those people don't need that baby because they've been aware of all of this. They've been aware that this child having all of these issues have been being abused. Even Chastity stated that he needed his diaper change when she was there, and Chrisean kept telling her he didn't need his diaper change. He has skin breakdown, which is why she be flipping up on live saying, oh, he bled through his diaper. He's bleeding because of...
Oh, yeah. Remember when that happened? And I couldn't for the dear life of me understand why would blood be the mistake that she makes when changing a pooping diaper, because according to her it was poop. How you get blood and poop mixed up? Like, when that happened, it didn't make no sense to me. She slipped up and then she quickly tried to hurry up and try to fix that. We already heard Chastity said that she was trying to give Junior change his diaper and give him diaper rash cream or whatever, and Chrisean was like, no, whatever. It's like she don't want to help her child. She don't want to... It's like she wants him to, like, fade away. And a lot of people have been saying that online, that they think that she's waiting for him to be gone. And she can't blame nobody but herself, because she will be the shitty parent.
The rash, let me see. I think I skipped over DM. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Junior did have the surgery for the hernia, because a lot of people think because Tessa said that, not Tessa, Tareen said that the hernia wasn't addressed. The hernia was addressed. This person said what wasn't addressed, or what hasn't been addressed as of yet, is his genitalia is still ascended. His little, I don't want to be graphic, but his testicles are still ascended. They have not descended. She was supposed to come back and get these things fixed.
Absolutely,
that
yes.
causes pain within him. Not only does that cause pain, I looked it up. If she doesn't get that fixed, he'll need a catheter for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Those people do not need to get Junior.
And that video is a wrap. Okay? So that information was being discussed, so here we are discussing it on this platform. You know, along with everywhere else on the goddamn internet. But let me know how y'all feel about everything. Remember, everything is allegedly. Everything is for entertainment purposes. Only informational purposes, only for content, commentary, everything of that nature. Okay, so run it up, my loungies. See y'all in the next one. Bye. Oh, yeah. Nothing's personal.
Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a 10 for 5. City to city.